So in the case that we need to do conversions from grams to moles, how is this going to work? So we're going to work with the same equation that I've been working since last class. Okay, it is the same equation. Okay, now take a look. The equation, remember, that's always the first place. The first step, you have to check that it's balanced. If the equation is balanced, you can continue with the steps. Now, here in this question, it says, how many moles of carbon dioxide are needed when 150 grams of lithium hydroxide are produced? That is the question, okay? So what we do in the first place is, as I already told you many times, first check that the equation is balanced. If it's not balanced, you have to balance it. Janet, you have to keep your camera turned on. After you balance, you have to write the givens and the unknowns. So that is going to be like the first step after balancing. So here you have to write the givens. Now, what do you have as a given? Okay, no.
$150 grams of carbon dioxide.
So first we need to understand that the given is going to be implicit there in the question. So I will have from the same question, I will have my unknown and I will have my known. Okay, I will have both. So how do we do this? The unknown is in the first part of the equation. As you can see, they're asking me about how many moles, okay? How many moles of carbon dioxide? That is part of my question. So my unknown is numbers of moles of what? Of carbon dioxide, CO2. Then my known given is also there in the question. It says, how many moles of carbon dioxide are needed when 150 grams of lithium hydroxide are produced? So lithium hydroxide in this case is going to be the known. So known, I have 150 grams of lithium hydroxide or lithium, just like that. So there you go. I have my known and my unknown over there written. So what I do in the following step is I will relate the two substances. Unknown and known are going to be related. When you do that, when you relate the two substances, Leo and CO2, okay, that's what you have to relate, the two substances. So what you do after is you will write, you will do the second step, that is the molar ratios. Molar ratios is the second step. So relating the two substances, you're going to write the molar ratios. Now, what are the possible molar ratios? What are the possible molar ratios?
1 mole CO2 over 150 grams Leo, or 150 grams Leo over 1 mole CO2.
Thank you. Exactly. Very fast, but I heard what you said. Like that.
2 moles, sorry.
1 mole CO2 against 2 mole Leo, and 2 mole Leo against 1 mole CO2. Exactly like that. After this, the next step is going to be different than before. Before this topic, what we used to do is working in the third step as the conversion process. But now we need to do one extra step before. That is molar mass. But not any molar mass. This is referred to molar mass of the given, okay? So the given, when I say the given, I'm talking about the known, okay? About the known substance. So the molar mass of the known. The molar mass of the known is, well, the known substance is Leo. And the molar mass is going to be structured, or is going to be compound of one atom of lithium, one atom of oxygen, and one atom of hydrogen. So when you get this molar mass, you will have 1 times 6.94 grams. You get this from your periodic table, remember? Oxygen, I rounded to 16 grams. And hydrogen, I rounded to just 1 gram because I'm that kind of lazy. So what is the molar mass of Leo? (23.94 grams over mole. Well, that's what I got, 23.94 grams over mole, okay? Now, what do I do with this information? Take a look. This molar mass that I got here, I can write it as a ratio too, because remember, I will use this information as a conversion factor. So I'm going to write it as a ratio. So how can I write it as a ratio? So it's going to be 23.94 grams.
Miss is frozen.
Okay.
Miss is frozen. The screen's frozen.
Okay, what is the last part that you see?
The addition of the molar mass.
Okay, so I got 23.94. Sorry, back to the recording. So again, I repeat, after you get the molar mass, write it as a ratio, like A or B, okay? Like in A or B. After you have all that, you go to the next process, that is the conversion process. The conversion process is very simple. You will start always by the given. You will multiply times the molar mass, and then you will multiply times the molar ratio. That is the process of conversion. So let's do it. We always start by the given, and the given is 150 grams of Leo. Okay? And it says I have to multiply times the molar mass. By what molar mass I have to multiply? Times A or times B? If I need to eliminate the grams of Leo,
B.
I have to multiply times B. So I'm gonna write 1 mole of Leo in the top and below the 23.94 grams of Leo. I can cancel grams of Leo with grams of Leo, and I can continue with molar ratios. Now, in what way I have to put the molar ratios if I need to eliminate the moles of Leo? A or B?
A.
A. So 1 mole CO2 in the top and below 2 moles of Leo. After you have all that, you can cancel moles of Leo And when you multiply, you will get your final result. How much do you get from that? How much do you get from that?
$3.13.
Okay, you got 3.13. Now, what is it? In what units I should write it? The units that you didn't cancel. Moles of CO2. 3.13 moles of CO2. Okay, that is your final answer. Now, because the problem is asking you a question, you better answer with a sentence. So the answer is gonna be, the question is, how many moles of CO2 are needed? So the answer is, there are needed 3.13 moles of CO2. And voila, that's it. To give you another example, I will show you. I don't know if so far you have a question. Do you have a question? If no questions, I move to the second example, okay? For the second example, I told you I had the same equation, but the question changes. For this one, it says, how many moles of lithium hydroxide are needed to produce 250 grams of lithium carbonate? This is my second question. Okay? So you have the equation. What you have to do in the first place is checking that it's balanced. Because it is balanced, we continue to the next step. That is the givens. Okay. What is my unknown in this question?
Moles of
Lithium
lithium.
hydroxide.
My unknown is how many
Moles
moles of lithium hydroxide. This is what I have doubts about. Okay, that's the part what I have to answer. Lithium hydroxide, number of moles. So this is my unknown. Number of moles of lithium hydroxide. Leo. Okay, that is my unknown. And then I have the known. What is the known in the question? The remaining, okay? The 250 grams of lithium carbonate, that will be my known. That's what I know. The number, basically. So you write it here as 250 grams lithium carbonate, which is LiCO, like that. So the two substances that you need to relate are Leo and lithium carbonate. Those are the two substances. So it is between Leo and lithium carbonate. From this, you can get the second step, that is molar ratios. Okay, tell me one molar ratio. Any of you?
two mole Leo over 1 mole Lico,
Exactly.
or the other way. 1
Or
mole
the other
Lico
way.
over 2 mole Leo.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you. So there you go. You have the two molar ratios. I'm going to call them A and B. After this, the next step is to get the molar mass, but not any molar mass. It is the molar mass of the known. Remember, of the known. So what we do know, it's the substance that is liquid. Okay, this is what I know. That is the substance. So from this substance, I can get that this substance has two atoms of lithium, that it has one atom of carbon, and that it has three atoms of oxygen. So from this, you can get now the molar masses. What is the molar mass of carbon?
12.11.
12.11.
12.011. And for oxygen, I just rounded to 16 grams.
16.
How much do you get?
Seventy-three point 89.
73.89.
89.
Okay, this is gram per mole of the substance liquid, okay? Now remember that you can write this. You can write this as a fraction or like a ratio. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will write it as a ratio. I can put the grams in the top. 73.89 grams of liquid that are in 1 mole of the same substance. Or I can write it in the other way, 1 mole of liquid and this mole has a mass of 73.89 grams of the same substance. So again, I call them A or B. But this is only for class purpose. In your procedure, you're gonna use the one that you need. Now, in the last step, what I do is the conversion process. So the conversion process, remember, that is given times the molar mass given times the molar ratios. Remember, that's the way to memorize it. So you'll begin with the given, and the given is 250 grams of liquid. Do you listen to me?
Yes.
So again, we start with the given. So the given is 250 grams of liquid. And I will multiply times the molar mass. What molar mass am I going to use? A or B?
B to cancel grams.
B to cancel the grams. So 73 grams. And in the top, I'm going to have the number of moles. I cancel grams with that. And then what molar ratio am I going to use? A or B? I'm going to be using A because the liquid is in the bottom. Now I can cancel it. So 1 mole of liquid in the bottom. And in the top, I will have the 2 moles of liquid. Now I can cancel here with there. Okay. I cancel. And how much do you get?
6.77 Leo.
Okay. 6 point.
77 moles of Leo.
Okay, that is my final answer. But remember that I told you to write as a sentence because a question is been asked. So in a sentence, the answer is going to be, it says how many moles are needed. So there are needed 6.77 moles of Leo. Like that. And with this, you finish your exercise. It's a nice process. That's how I see it. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite topics, if not my favorite one. I don't know. Yeah, I remember which one is my favorite. But as you can see, the process is the same. If you are organized, you're gonna get the answers correct. Do you have a doubt on the topic? No? Well, if there are no doubts, you are free to go.
Bye, Miss.
Goodbye, guys. Enjoy your afternoon.
Bye, Miss.
Maybe it's
See you.
See you.